We're back in the reloading layer with the Beretta Wilson 92G Centurion model with another episode from
Mr. Revolver Guy here with dayattherange.com.
All right, folks, that's right. We got the Beretta Wilson 92 Centurion model and the reloading layer with us today. Let's go ahead and run through the customary safety check. I'm gonna rack the slide to the rear. As you can see there, no magazine in the chamber, no rounds in the chamber. We're gonna visually check. Then I like to physically check. Nothing in the chamber at all. No magazines in the pistol. So now that we know this pistol is safe to talk about, let's go ahead and go through the features on this Beretta Wilson 92 and then get it out to the range for some range time to see if I still know how to run a Beretta 92 from my military days. So we're going to start with the frame first and foremost, as we always do at dayattherange.com. And starting with the frame, you can see it has some beautiful VZ grips on it with the Wilson Combat logo. This is called Dirty Olive. Not sure how I feel about that name, but I can tell you the grip and also the look is decent. On the frame, you have some serious checkering, not there for looks, but some serious checkering on the front and also on the rear for a high purchase of the Beretta Centurion. Also within the frame, the Beretta Centurion seems to be cut a tad bit deeper on the beaver tail, again giving you a nice purchase on the weapon. Should make for easier shooting out on the range, and we'll test that for sure today. Then we move on to the magazine release. The magazine release is an extended magazine release on this Beretta Wilson. And it too also has some really nice checkering on the magazine release. Moving from the magazine release now to the trigger. The trigger is a skeletonized trigger. And by the way, folks, you can get this Beretta Wilson 92 model with a trigger job or not. This one, not mine again yet, and I am grateful to the person that loaned it to me. This Beretta Wilson 92 did come with a trigger job, and the trigger job on this Beretta Wilson is really phenomenal. I don't think I have ever, even on some of my most expensive and nicest Smith & Wesson revolvers, have felt a double action trigger feel like this. I have always, a little bit old school, just thought doesn't get better than a nice smooth Smith & Wesson revolver trigger that's been tuned. But I got to tell you, this might exceed that or come really close. The trigger pull on this particular trigger at double action, folks, is 6 pounds. That's right, 6 pounds. And then if you cock it to single action, it is a double action, single action. Notice that it does not have the magazine disconnect either. When you cock that speed hammer, that skeletonized speed hammer, that trigger pull is 3 pounds. Now, before we move on from the frame, I got to show you the frame also comes with the magazine guide inserted into the bottom of the frame well. Wow, Wilson has really done a really good job on this. Let's move up to the slide. This, of course, is the Centurion Slide and also the Centurion barrel. You know, kind of what this reminds me of is a 1911 Commander, quite frankly, because the frame is the full-size frame. By the way, comes with the Picatinny rail here on the bottom, 2-slot Picatinny rail. I typically do not carry a pistol with a light on it, but I will tell you, while traveling, this could be the ultimate travel pistol, could be the ultimate pistol in general. This Picatinny rail makes it very utility-like, meaning you can mount a light on this thing and just lay it right down on the counter or on the next to the bed on the nightstand, and have your light on it for nighttime work if you ever need it. Hopefully no one ever does. Or you could take that light off and then just slap it right in your holster and go on with your day. Moving up to the Slide, again, this is the G model. So this is looks much like a safety, but not a safety. Again, the G model, you drop it down and it comes right back up and it is ready to fire. It comes off of safe, so that is not the safety. The only safety, folks, is going to be the old noggin and also your booger finger. So moving up further, even into the Slide, it's got nice serrations, rear serrations on the Slide. It's got the Wilson Combat logo, Centurion Tactical, embossed on the Slide on the right hand side of the pistol as you're looking down the sights. Let's see here. What else do we have? Nice stainless steel barrel. Nice stainless steel target barrel. Really nice ramp on the inside of that barrel. There, give you a little bit, I don't know. That camera's always sometimes a little bit hard to focus, folks. But anyways, nice stainless steel barrel. Now, the one thing that I'm not so sure about, this pistol to me, right out of the box, just for the feel, the ergonomics, gets a 5 out of 5 star rating before I had even put my hands on it. And then I really started to examine it. I did take the pistol down, do a little cleaning on it. And as I was examining this pistol, I came up to the rear Wilson sight. And this rear Wilson sight, I am just not so sure about. It is a U-notch sight. I believe Wilson calls it the Wilson Combat sight, I believe. It is all blacked out in the rear, serrated on the rear of the sight. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm just not sure. The one thing that I do kind of notice, that front sight is dovetailed into the Centurion Slide. And this Centurion Slide, folks, is a tad bit thicker than the traditional Beretta 92 Slide. That makes for almost a perfect balance of this 92 Centurion model. The balance is really, really good, front to back, holds really well. We're going to put some rounds in the magazine and see how it feels out on the range. But the Slide, it's what we've come accustomed to from Wilson. This Slide, for some reason, is just tight. I mean, no movement at all. But it's really easy to rack, and it feels like it's on ball bearings. And back to the front sight, it is a hackathon as I understand it. It's notched in, and it's a hackathon front sight that it is a night sight with a tritium insert in it from Ameriglow, but it has an orange outlining around that tritium night sight. The recess, let's see here. Also on the barrel, yes, as you can see there, the crown on the barrel has been done really nice. It's kind of squared in there, more so than 11 degree or 8 degree, 9 degree, 10 degree crowning of the muzzle. This is pretty square and flat. Should make for pretty decent accuracy on the range. Folks, this really, again, truly reminds me of a 1911 Commander model. That's just kind of what it reminds me of, with the full-size frame and also the short Centurion Slide. Just kind of reminds me of the Commander model 1911 and sort of feels like that. I thought nothing feels better. Though I am a revolver guy, I thought, quite frankly, nothing feels better than a 1911 in the hand. And I got to tell you, this Beretta 92 Centurion, feels pretty nice in and of itself. So those are all the features, now that I look over this thing, that I like to share with you. I'm a little anxious to hurry up and get out on the range. There you have it, a tabletop review and the reloading layer of the Wilson Combat Centurion Tactical 92G model. Let's get this thing out to the range and put some rounds down range. All right, folks, we're on the range with that Wilson Combat Centurion. You saw the tabletop review earlier in the video. Now we're going to see if I still remember how to run one of these Beretta 92s after carrying one as a sidearm pistol in the Marine Corps for so many years and qualifying with it every single year. Let's see if I can still run and operate one of these things. Though I will say, oh my goodness, that Wilson combat tuning, the Centurion model, full-size frame as stated in the previous, with the Centurion Slide, just, man, it's like it's on ball bearings. I've never felt one this smooth before. But enough chatter, let's put some rounds down range. I've got 12 loaded up in the magazine. We're just gonna go through 12 rounds on target, see how she performs with this U-Knot sight that I'm not so sure about, but we're gonna put it through its paces. Point of aim is dead on with this Hackathon orange sight. Nice, nice. Let's decock it. Decocker, you see it comes back up. So no safety, it is a decocker like the G model. Single action. Double action. That is pretty nice, both double action and single action. Let's get some more rounds through this thing. Grouping came out pretty good downrange. Let's really put it through its paces. All right, guys, I got a full round magazine, 17 rounds that we're gonna put through the Wilson Combat Centurion. Man, I was intended to show you guys the 20 round magazine. It does fit in here quite well. I'm sure it will feed quite well, and we'll have to get to that some other time. The reason being is, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting a little more chubby than I am muscle on my body. I can only get 10 rounds into that 20 round magazine that came with it. So we'll bring out the assisted loader next time we come out to help get a full 20 rounds in there. The magazine was really, really tight on the 10th round. I mean, I tried everything to get more than 10 rounds in it. Couldn't get no more than 10 rounds, but let's put 17 rounds through it and see how flawless it is. Now, these are 147 grain reloads, plated, berries bullets that I'm shooting. Let's see how it performs with it. We're gonna start off decocking it. I like that, and shoot it in double action, and then go for it, all at the head. I will say that orange dot fits dead center of that U notch. Uh-oh. Well, there you have it. There you go, no fault of the gun at all. My reloads, you saw there I had a little bit of a misfire. A little bit more trigger time with this thing. It is smooth, but I at least did keep them all on the target down range at the head. What a smooth pistol. And you know, I was a little doubtful about the U-Notch sight. I'm so used to the square, but that orange dot fits dead center. That circle fits dead center of that U-Knot sight. I gotta tell you, this is probably the best Beretta 92 I have ever run. And go figure, you see that right there? It's a Wilson, folks. We don't expect anything less from Wilson. Most importantly, I think it's a really good price from Wilson also. Thank you for joining me on the range today and seeing the quick review of the Wilson Combat Beretta 92 Centurion model. Mr. Revolver Guy, signing out.